Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. This channel is for educations and technology only. So today I'd like to share with you something really critical so that we can look at Wing Chun or traditional Chinese martial art with a new perspective. This is needed in this era so that those who is interested be able to understand, to know what, why, how of the ancient Wing Chun Queen or ancient Chinese martial arts in today's language and be able to verify it scientifically so that we can get result and we be able to study or learn effective or efficiently. So what inspired me to share with you this today is for past a week or so, because there's a new Wing Chun movie released in Asia. Many friends, traditional Chinese martial art friends from different style have discussed with me on different things. One of the things is a friend told me, he said, hey, in this new movie, there's a single arm fight between Wing Chun and Tai Chi. So they show me the clips, a single fighting of the Wing Chun and the Tai Chi. And I look at it and say, well, the movie choreographer can do whatever they want. Always you invent something, nice on the stage so that people will get high on it, and the bottom line is to watch the movie, right? So they always show something according to them, how it looks good in the stage. And this is exactly what the Chinese in 1930, like the group of martial artists, grandmasters such as Dr. Ma Li Tang, opposed and against, which is traditional Chinese martial art must not be look like what in the state. And if you check around, Dr. Ma Li Tang he's a student of many great grandmaster, internal art, qigong, so forth, okay? So this is, today is almost 2020, it's about 90 years ago, 1930, right? 90 years ago, those grandmasters said no. And now today, it's used, the state performance and so forth to propagate so-called quote-unquote traditional Chinese martial art. So that's how these things inspire me to share with you this, okay? And of course, because of this movie, there's another issue come up is that a few weeks ago, Ding Hao, who fought Xi Xiaodong, was defeated. It's in the YouTube, and then many people discuss too, why Ding Hao is defeated. And some people say, what? It's not Wing Chun's problem. It's Ding Hao, he's bad. He doesn't have the training. He doesn't have the fighting training. Well, my view, my take on this is this. It is always easy to say this guy is bad when he is losing or get beaten, and then you clap, you pray, oh, this guy's system is good when he wins. So in other words, in this case, people say it's not Wing Chun problem, it's Ding Hao problem. Sure, when Ding Hao win, if you see in other video, then you say it's Wing Chun win. But when Ding Hao lost, you say it's nothing to do with Ding Hao, it's the Ding Hao is no good. Well, is that rational thinking? And also, because of this thing brought up. This one-arm boxer who defeated the Wing Chun Sifu a year ago, where he said that he trained Wing Chun for 7 years, but he cannot fight boxer, Western boxer. So that's why he give up. He feels lost, he give up. All these things are reality. We like it or not, we don't like it or not, it's reality. Okay. Sure, we can think or act like a cult member, like the Wing Chun, the Chinese traditional Chinese martial art cult in the 1900s, saying that the Westerners are all bad. We can just practice our Qi Gong or Nei Gong, and then we have some mantra, and then we can fight all the Westerners because our body can take bullets. This is not rational at all. And today is 2020, or almost 2020 in a few days. We can think that way. Even in the 1930s, those grandmasters who oppose all this mystified traditional Chinese martial art, make it like a state choreography type, looks good. They're against it. They say, well, traditional Chinese martial art has to be able to fight, has to be able to keep one healthy. Read it. It's black and white in writing. That's why, as I keep mention again here in this video, what I share with you is what written in the history and written in the science. So we need to know what's going on. So let's get into this new perspective. Okay, the perspective 2020, I call it. Because it's year 2020, right? We need to change our mindset in order to progress, to move on. Now, let's get to really bottom line on fighting. Really bottom line on fighting. Okay, so we leave alone who is right, who is wrong, who is the best fighter, who is whatever. Let's get right to the money. If I am a snake, or it's better if you are a python, a snake, or a cobra. Okay, if you are a cobra, let's get to the bottom line of living beings. If I'm gonna beat you with the sticks, what am I gonna beat you? Of course, I'm gonna beat your head or beat your body, right? You're a snake. So what are you gonna do? You're going to move your body away. At the same time, you're going to come and attack me. Come close and attack me. Am I right? Just go really, like an animal instinct in fighting for survival. And that's what it is, right? If I beat you, you are a cobra or a python, what are you gonna do? I beat you. You're gonna move your body away and you're gonna slide in very fast with the speed of lightning to sting me, or come here to just coil me, wrap me up if you're a big python. Am I right? That's what the reality in the animal world, right? In the wild, right? You can see in the YouTube how the python or cobra fighting the tiger and so forth, right? Well, fighting is that. What is that? That is the handling of momentum and impulse momentum. We like it or not, I have to move my body. That is momentum, mass and velocity. How can I move my body away? And I need to get close to you in the same time so that I can, if I'm a snake, I can sting you, I can bite you, I can coil you around. Well, if I want to sting you there, that is the impulse, right? It generates from the momentum. So, the bottom line of fighting is impulse momentum handling. We like it or not. It's just animal instinct. Okay? So that's fighting. That's the bottom line of fighting. You move away in the same time you get close, you slam him. That's reality. Okay? Now, impulse momentum handling. That's the soul of fighting. Now, we know today the dynamic impulse momentum handling, which is fighting, have 4 momentum zones. Distance, closer, take down, wrap in, going down to the ground. However, all of this different way of fighting, or different momentum zone, or different fighting zone of fighting, those are on top of the very basic instinct of you're going to attack me, I'm going to move away, and in the same time I'm going to attack you. And our body is the target, and our body have the big mass there. Mass. Okay, so this entire thing is impulse momentum handling. That's why 500 years ago, or 450 years ago, General Qi Guang of China saying that fighting soul is momentum, and the momentum handling is keeping changing, continuous, unlimited changing. So this is one of the reality. Okay? Momentum handling, impulse momentum handling, this is one of the reality. If one want to know how to fight and so forth, even the animal do not have to have all this philosophy do that. Just reality. Now, so we have impulse momentum. We need to handling that. You like it or not, as soon as we are no ghosts, we have to handle that. That's the bottom line. Now, in order to handle that, we have physiological states. Physiological states. Go back to the cobra. When I beat you with this stick, very fast you move your body out, and then you stung me, or you just get close and coil me up. That is a physiological state, which is when you do that, if you're a human being, when I beat you, you go slide in and strike me or take me down and so forth. That involves a physiological state with a rising heartbeat, because your lung and your heart has to work more in the more intense way to support that momentum handling. That is called the physiological state, which is, of course, associated with your heart rate. And from heart rate, you know that associated with the respirations. You need to get this much oxygen and so forth to just move your body to handle the impulse momentum, right? So you need the physiological state, develop condition. And so after this fighting, say animal, if the animal is not dead, say the cobra or the python, it needs to rest, to hibernate, to recover its body if it's injury or so forth. Okay? And that associate with another type of physiological state, which is now to hibernate. Like a human, we need to sleep, our heart rate going down, respiration rate going down. Isn't it so? That is the physiological states. Okay? Now, from the traditional Chinese martial art or the Wing Chun 1850 Xiulin Tao sets at riding, we know there are six types of physiological states. 6 types. When we deal with the impulse momentum handling or fighting, zone 5, as we know, it is related, or it is in the zone of the maximum heart rate. And this resting zone for recovery is in the resting heart rate vicinity. So there are 6 physiological states based on this 5 heart rate zone and the resting heart rate zone. So, what is traditional Chinese martial art do? Impulse momentum handling and developing the body conditions for the physiological states which supporting the impulse momentum handling and the recovery. So you have impulse momentum handling at one hand, and another hand is the physiological states which is need to be conditioned. As my example, the hibernations or our deep sleep heart rate will associate with our blood pressure and so forth, and how our blood circulation go to our fingertips, our toes, and so forth, which is very different than when we go high speed to shift our body away and charge in and generate the impulse from the momentum to shoot in. So this is 2 things. Okay? Now, Wing Chun Matrix, my book I wrote, is about the impulse momentum of fighting, where it covers the sword strike, the characteristics of the sword strike fighting in a unique way, because it is a style of fighting, a sword strike fighting, which is good at the very close range fighting. And of course it covers the 4 momentum zone, but the uniqueness is in the close range. Now, this Wing Chun Inception is covering these 6 states, which is associated with the heart rate, using the, so that now we can monitor it, heart rate variability, and give a details on the recovery handling, which is Qigong or internal art, in today's plain language, to explain what, why, how, and be able to measured, monitored, verified with heart rate and heart rate variability. That is what this Wing Chun inception is about. So this is the full thing. Okay? Now, let's look at today's movie. Look at today's movie. You look at the movie guy who do all those choreography and so forth. You look at their body. So what they do? They just showing, they want to show something pretty or artistic on how they wave their body or their body move. Is it got there anything to do with move my body away as fast as possible and get him to strike that guy down? No. The notion is to show you how good it looks on the stage. And often, like in Wing Chun movie, you say, this is Tan, this is Bong. They show this while standing, the body standing there. How realistic is that? Oh, looks good, but how realistic is that? Even the animal know, I got to move my body out right away. Because this is the target. And in the movie, he said, well, I don't want to move my body out. I'm going to stand here with my posture, e.g. Kam Yong Ma, and then use my Tan Bong Fo. I'm going to catch all the strike from him to me. And then, I go inside and then beat him. Well, how realistic is that? From the reality of the impulse momentum handling and the 6 physiological state. Well, it is completely a fantasy zone. That's why it's called movie. Right? Also, you say, I want to fa jing. Well, what is that got to do with I meet a tiger, he's going to hop at me, I'm going to have to move my body out right away and attack him. Or even if I met a dog, a street dog who is chasing at me, attack me right away, what I'm going to do? Standing down there to do my Han Bong Fo, or I have to move right away, attack him. Just a dog. Okay? So, what is the point to do all these demonstrations of Fa Jing? When I stand here, you get a student who have never, is not even like a fierce, like a street dog, pretending or demoing, striking, and then I can just Fa Jing from here. And then it looks good. Okay, using my intention, not using my strength. I tell you that. You buy into that. Did the ancient Chinese say that? No, they don't. That's the reality. So you stand there, cheese out like that. You said this can go for a street fight. What can it even handle attack by a dog? Well, even get attacked by the dog, if we don't strike, we have to go run, move ourselves body out right away, move to the just run away, right? And so no matter what, we need the momentum handling. Even we don't want to fight, we need to know what the heck is going on, and we need the physiology, the 6 physiological state to support this momentum handling. And if we know that our physiological state is not up to that level to support the intense impulse momentum handling, we better avoid the situations and we better run. Right? So all this movie, it is problematic. And of course, it's usually like that. When somebody critic at those stuff, they will say, this is just a movie, don't take it seriously. But then, when nobody critiques, people act like they know it all, okay? Know it all, the fighting. So that's why in 1930s, you look at the history, there are martial artists from different countries went into China and challenged the Chinese. And that's why those grandmasters in 1930s saying that, hey, stop this mystify the martial art, stop this movie look kind of stuff, or this demonstration stuff, okay? Because the martial artists from outside China, when they go inside their challenge, there's a reality. It's like an animal fight. You like it or not, is that. Okay? So, well, if you practice slow, practice Qi Sao, and then you practice this push hand, is that good? Sure. It is a good type of conditioning, but do not mistake it to the bottom line of what is it. The bottom line is, can you handle the momentum and generate the impulse? Do you have the physiological state training to support that? That's the bottom line. We can go round and round here for 100 years. It's not going to go anywhere because it's not facing reality. We can stand in the horse stand and then you're keeping doing the block, side outward block, side inner block, okay? And then you're going to strike and so forth. You can do that all day long. It is here. That's why you need sparring. If you do here and you say, well, what I'm training is good for street self-defense, I'll say that, can you even defend with a puppy who jump at you? And you say that, well, I have this block, that block. Are you sure? Do you know where the attack will come? So who is more pragmatic and practical? He come, hey, you move away. Don't think about this hand technique, that hand technique. Didn't Wing Chun say that? Don't chase hand. If I stand there, like I have the Qi Gong, Mei Gong, internal power, Fa Jing, and then I try to block that thing, then this violate Wing Chun's rule saying that don't chase hand. If I practice Qi Sao here and then I'm chasing all this hand, is that chase hand? Is that violating the Wing Chun teaching? It is, right? Well, if I put that in the movie, now I have the one hand fighting the Tai Chi. What does that do? Chasing hand. Didn't we all learn from Wing Chun? Everybody, right? Every lineage, all lineage. Don't chase hand. Are we following? Let's think about it. That's why I want to bring these two things up, okay? Get back to the root. Otherwise, we're going to get lost. Now, with these two things, the impulse momentum handling and the physiological state, we know one thing. If we now look into the Wing Chun quit, 來流去送甩手直衝, come, retain it, the enemy go, we escort him, untangle the arm, we shoot in. Look at it in the perspective of momentum. Don't look at it at the perspective, oh, the strike come, I have to come sao or fuk sao, so I retain his hand. And then when he go, I push him away. like push hand, so that this is send him away. And then I actually has to disarm his arm so that I punch forward or strike forward. Well, you know what? That is according to chasing hand. Come, go, and then get his way, get his hand out of the range, and then I punch him. There's arm. Again, there is Wing Chun chasing arm. Did Wing Chun chasing arm? No. Every grandmaster taught us, don't chase hand, don't chase this arm. Go for the body, right? So go for the body is like what? Like the example I show you. If you are the snake, you're going to come. I'm attacking you. The snake, you're going to shoot at me, while you are moving your body up. So what is Lai Lao Hui Song Lat Sao Jik Chong? You know, in a impulse momentum perspective, what is it? What? Lai Lao. He's charging at me, like attacking me. Because Wing Chun is a short strike art, short strike, right? Short strike. So it's like a snake. Somebody beat me with a stick. When you come in, I just shift my body away, move my body away, and I stun him because I'm a snake. Close. That's Lai Lao. Hui Song, because I'm a snake. I know he tried to move away already because he have lost his momentum. What I'm going to do, I'm a snake. I'm going to stick the head of him, eating him alive. That's Lai Lao Hui Song. What is Lat Sao Jik Chong? It is a momentum game. Don't chase hand. Lat Sao, disengage with the hand. It's meaning that don't chase hand. So I get back to the first example analogy I share with you. If you are a snake, I beat you. You're going to shift aside and attack me. If I'm going to go away, you're going to stick at me, call me up. You don't care whether I beat you this or not. You don't care because your point is not that. The point is taking my body, and you always stick at me. That is what Lai Lao Hui Song Lat Sao Jik Chong. That's why in the ancient it said Wing Chun is a snake art, right? A soft art. A snake art, a soft art, which is sticking at you, sticking body, sticking. So, this is what I'm sharing with you. The perspective has to be changed. It is a momentum handling, impulse momentum handling. And we need to ask, what type of physiological state, conditioning, what level have we done? Has to be clear. Because that physiological state has to support the impulse momentum handling. And the development of the skill developed for the physiological state handling and the impulse momentum handling is called Gong Fu, skill. Okay? It's not about this techniques like, oh, today this, you know, many people when they talk to me say, you know, like this new movie, there's a single hand Wing Chun fighting a single hand, single arm Tai Chi. So Wing Chun this arm can fight the Tai Chi that arm. Are you crazy? Are you nuts? You totally live in the fantasy zone. What say that to the Western boxer? Say that to the Western boxer. Didn't they just come in? They just, you know, they jab you, hook you down. What else do you want? playing with your hand. You just go tan pong folk there with your hand, or side outward block, side inner block with your arm. Western boxing. Will you do that? Will that happen in the real life in the street? Will people cheese out with you in the street? Will a dog cheese out with you in the street? Or will a dog push hand with you in the street? So what is all this good about fudging, about this demo, about this mind power? It is good if we know that it is conditioning. But that is not the reality. That is not the main course. Unless one see the main course, we really don't know what it is. And it is proven today in all those ancient traditional Chinese martial art document, as we keeping saying that General Qi Ji Guang already said it. It is momentum handling. And then you need the physiological state training to do the job. That's why it never looked like in the movie, and that's why you look at the Grandmaster Xi Ji in Taiwan, who modernized Chinese martial art in Taiwan and different part of the world, saying that is no real Chinese Kung Fu in movie. Here, video up, you can see that. So right now, the grandmaster like Xi Ji and the team is trying their best, doing their best to let people know what is going on. What the movie guy keeping making movie. Well, with movie, how many people they can reach? Just a movie, public, marketing. They can reach millions. You just look at my channel, how many people? 2,000 maybe subscribe to it. So 2,000 or even 3,000 compared with millions. At the end, you know the result. Mass major public will not know what is traditional Chinese martial arts. And that's how a culture will be lost. It's not that there's any secret. It is just that the marketing plot, the media using is very strong to push out what is the reality. Because marketing is only one, money, business. Does it care for culture? It doesn't. Especially in this movie stuff, right? That's what I said. If people critique that, they say, oh, this is just a movie, don't take it serious. I'm not talking about Wing Chun this way. This is just a movie. But if you don't critique it, then the entire world, they go out and then market, and then they promote it the entire world, and then suddenly Wing Chun become this way. Or Wing Chun become that way, or Tai Chi become this way, or Tai Chi become that way, or Qi Gong become this way, or Qi Gong become that way. It has been happening past few decades. So this is to share with you today, okay? New perspective for 2020, and get into the bottom line. Doesn't mean that we want to fight. But we understand this, we can avoid fighting, we can get away from fighting, we can analyze fighting, we can know our limitations, we can know what we can do, what we cannot do. That's why this channel is about education and technology. It's never about which grandmaster is the best, which lineage is the best, which style is the best, or which guy is the best fighter. As this Ding Hao guy who fight Xi Xiaodong and now fight, well, he's a royal guy to Wing Chun. You see, he always put his hand up, like in the movie. He believed in that. He believed that, and then you can see that his press, in the press, he said he want to defend Wing Chun. He used his body, and also the guy, the Tai Chi guy who got beat up by Xu Xiaodong. You look at him cry at the end, at the interview. He said, "Now I understand. We don't have this fighting skill anymore. We don't have this thing anymore. This is good only for health." He's good in fighting or not is a different story, but he is at least an honest person. And we respect honest person because this world is not built up by genius, but it is built up by honest person who is like you and me. We are not perfect, but we do our best to do the best for people. That's us, ordinary person, or ordinary people. We can wrong, we admit it, we change. We might be selfish in a certain way, but also we think about other people. And you look at the Ding Hao and this Wei Lei, who get defeated by Xu Xiaodong. It's just like that, right? And so the issue is that if we put these two components in, we have this new 2020 perspective. We know what is going on, but if we keeping going the gene, the internal, the mind power, the chi power, the whatever, and it have to look like movie, well, you know what's the end of it. You know where it's going to go.